Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with our lovely crew, the Mongoose Crew. Oh, I'm just seeing the diadem now. I love it. Amazing. New background, new digs. Oh my gosh, it's so great. The Mongoose Crew. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. For those that do not know who or what or where we are, hi. We are a D&D live play stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, having the same 4 campaigns in dancing and prancing and reading fortunes in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Imea. So if this is your first time here, welcome. We hope you have fun. Before we jump into tonight, the typical what is happening with Jamie?
Fixing things.
Jamie's full-on grandpa
I've got,
in the phone right now.
So many variables going on. I've got an iPad going, a laptop. I've got a key light that I'm trying to figure out if I need. It's not.
I hear you.
It's not working
yeah.
great.
I hear you, man. I understand. The struggle is real. I get it. So jumping into handling the announcements. This Saturday, as in most Saturdays for the month of June, specifically every Saturday except for the last one, the one on the 29th. We are hosting our drop-in, drop-out campaigns that is Humblewood, Silk, and Sunder. It is a time for anyone and everyone who wants to jump in and participate as their own D&D version of a woodland creature of the air or sky. Here's your chance. So check that out. There are a couple of custom classes that come with this expansion. Some obviously new races, some added custom spells. So we've been running this for, I'd say, in total a month. We've had to take a couple weeks off here and there, and it's been great. Very zany, wacky campaign filled with things like wub weavers and synthesizers and fire spiders, which are just called fighters. A lot of fun. Everybody's been having a good time. So if you're interested in joining and being a part of that, we have, because it's a drop-in, drop-out campaign, that means you can join for a single session. You can join for multiple sessions, take a break, come back, what have you. It is completely up to you, and your level of availability. But check that out. And you can do so at going to startplaying.games/It's a Long Story. For those that are watching on YouTube, that link is also in the video description below. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be putting it in the live chat. So please check it out. Super fun. And if you have any questions, you can follow that link and reach out to me. There we go. Cool. And then lastly, if you were wanting to get more involved with It's a Long Story and the channel and everything that is hip hop happening over here, you can do so not only obviously watching on YouTube and or Twitch. Feel free to like and subscribe and follow in that, but you also can check us out at Instagram and TikTok, which Kay has been hard at work making some truly hilarious clips of our party. I actually really like the one today. As always, thank you, Kay, and please check it out. It's cool. Some behind the scenes stuff. There will be some minis that are posted on there as well from some of the characters, as well as the live terrain that you see every once in a while. And I believe that is it for announcements. So, before we left off, before we jump in, we need to know where we left off. Before we left off, we need to know where to jump in.
Yeah. Okay.
And, to do that, I guess, Lorianne, would you please take the reins?
Yes. So we started the last session with Saren meeting Milo back at Alina and Faustus's house after Saren and Faustus had their little escapades at the Ludus. Milo and Saren both give Faustus back his coins that they were using basically as walkie-talkies, and along with Alina and the food that she was bringing, they make their way to the festival to meet with the rest of the Mongoose Crew. Before they arrive, Eldrin alerts Guar that one of the targets for the archery competition, or all of them, have depictions of wombats on it, and she immediately wants to leave. Guar takes a different approach and wants to burn the festival to the ground by taking all the money that they have and ruining them. So Eldrin and Guar's reactions have alerted Wilbur that something is up. So Eldrin tells Wilbur what's going on and shows him the targets. And while Eldrin and Guar continuously try to fix things in different ways, Wilbur says he is okay. So Milo then shows up eating a turkey leg. Saren is there as well, and Eldrin slaps it out of his hand and chastises him and the rest of the group for supporting anything that has to do with this festival. Turns out that the guy is giving away free turkey legs, but Eldrin's not having it, so everyone but Eldrin, Noros, and Brunhilde eat a turkey leg. So Saren also tells the group that we have a meeting with Professor Thorne at 9 p.m., so we gotta be ready for that. And then we take turns picking out attractions to check out. So Guar wants to go to the arm wrestling contest, so we all follow him there. On the way there, Saren is a really cool rogue and uses her hummingbird dart to hit the dunk tank target and make a ridiculously looking wizard dressed up guy fall into the water. This makes a small child notice her, and he is now going to be obsessed with Saren. So we get to the arm wrestling, and Guar signs a waiver without reading it because the Mongoose Crew has learned nothing. He uses a fake name called Keith, and then he goes against Sir Billiam the Wise and immediately breaks his arm, which really does something to Brunhilde that she can't explain and she can't make words. So Eldrin has to chastise Guar and tell him that he needs to keep a low profile. So Nora, seeing Guar being so strong, decides to join the competition because he is jealous. And so, again, did not read the contract and signed his full name, first and last name, on the contract. So Milo decides to read it, and there are a lot of fine print things in there about fines and jail time and stuff like that. Basically, long story short, there's magic nullification. If anyone tries to help out magically, there's going to be a fine. You have to participate if you sign this form. You must use your real name. If you don't, you could have a fine up to 1,000 gold plus jail time. And at the end, there is a debilitating poison that's used in the last round. All of this in the contract that neither Guar nor Noros read. So Milo says very confidently, and we're going to make it our motto, that the Mongoose Crew needs to stop signing things without reading them. No more. We're going to send Milo to become a lawyer so that he can look at all of our contracts for us. So going back to the arm wrestling, Noros wins his first one and is pretty sure after that the whole thing is rigged. Guar is told by one of the workers that he's supposed to let him win, so it's definitely a rigged thing. But Guar threatens him and tells him he has to try or else. So Noros and Guar keep winning against people until poor Noros loses against an old man and feels very dejected and ends up leaving to get a turkey leg and sulk. So Milo does explain the rules to Noros and Eldrin and tells us everything except he doesn't mention that there's a poison thing at the end. So Guar does the match that one of the matches that he wins is with an orc named what was his name? Herbert, and Guar tries to intimidate him by mentioning his family and saying that, what do you want me to tell your family once I've destroyed you? And it backfires immensely because this poor man has been searching for his family for a long time and wants to know if Guar knows anything about it because he really misses his brother Hubert. So Guar ends up beating him anyway. And then also ends up beating the old man that beat Noros. So that old man then warns Guar that if he feels like he's about to lose in the next match, he needs to lose. He is so adamant about it that he tells him that he will pay him the 10 gold that he put in to play this to make sure he actually loses if he feels like he's going to. So Guar, still with all the bravado that Guar has, goes into this last match, and a solid gray arm that looks like stone basically pulls itself up to the table, and they pour poison onto Guar's hand, and against all odds, Guar wins. Sadly, Broomhilda's not watching. So Eldrin lets Broomhilda know that Guar is poisoned, and she angrily takes him away so that she can heal his hand. But before he goes, he gets 50 gold and continuously loses 1 point of strength. So then Milo and Saren sign up to do a hedge maze. The small child who watched Saren at the dunk tank also joins. His name is Frederick. He's about 10 years old, and they are off to the races where Saren continuously leaves the child and Milo behind to try and win this race. Milo is much sweeter and carries Frederick on his back for a little bit. And at the end, Saren gets there first, but unfortunately cannot get past the riddles. Milo can, and Milo wins. Milo and Saren then have a little bit of a discussion with Frederick, the child. And Saren tells Frederick that she's glad he didn't die. And he says he wants to basically be an adventurer someday, and asks both of them to be his mentor. When none of them budge, Saren ends up giving him a dagger because, he's 10, and of course he's old enough to have one of those to train. So getting back to Eldrin and Noros, Eldrin tries to cheer Noros up with advice that she got from Wilbur. So she sits down next to him and tells him he did a great job. And they talk a little bit more, and then they see a fortune teller, and they decide to check it out. So then we get back over to Guar and Broomhilda, and Broomhilda cast Lesser Restoration on Guar, and they also kiss, which was adorable. And then they decide to go and they meet Eldrin, Noros, and Wilbur at the fortune teller. And that's where we ended.
Indeed. Anything we missed, gang?
That was good.
Cool. All right. So, before we get into the tent, as we come back to our heroes, just going to dive right in. I guess we could do... Yeah, let's do that. We are going to zoom in on the members of the party that have... There we go, that should be a little better. That might even be a little loud. Try that. The members of the party that are not in this tent. So we'll start with Saren. If you guys want to tell me where you guys are at and what you're paying attention to. So if I recall correctly, you guys would be just coming out from the hedge maze after we'll say just saying goodbye to the smaller Frederick.
Would it be helpful if I told you what the attractions were again? I have that.
No, it's okay. I think just in general, like, yeah. Let's see what you got. I mean, that's up to you guys.
I'm assuming no one really said anything about the fortune teller yet, right?
No.
Nope.
No.
They're also nowhere near you now at this point. So, like, looking around, you do not see. I would say, go ahead and give me a perception check, actually.
27.
27. Okay, awesome. Kayla, do me a favor. Just say 27 one more time.
27.
Okay, your mic is a little low. So you can find a way to either bring the microphone closer to your mouth, maybe. I'm not sure, but I got you as up as I can. But yeah, with a 27, you do see Alina. Alina has, let's say during this time, Alina's been essentially kind of like making her rounds, talking to some of the townsfolk that have been here. You see her kind of at a table that like clearly has like no sign on it or anything, but people are just kind of walking by, and she has those little muffins, and she seems to be pretty well versed in not only knowing the commoners here, but just good at being able to kind of have that like welcoming, inviting sort of thing, and just giving a muffin. You see that she's probably about only has like a third left.
Okay, so Saren looks around and doesn't see any of the rest of the Mongoose crew, and then sees Alina and looks at Milo. So, muffins before we go find the rest of them? And then points to the table.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, muffins. I was thinking something fried, but we can get muffins and then on the way to something fried. That works for me.
Yeah, dessert first. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Awesome. After that, the the tricky exercise, feeling like you need some sustenance to be able to kind of build your strength back up. You head over to Alina, who is conversing with someone of whom you don't. Someone that you do not recognize. This figure is elven. Has the hair that is like jet black, that has that like kind of like a widow's peak sort of thing, kind of moving from the center of his forehead. I would say, I think upon walking up, you notice that they seem to be deep in conversation that seems to be relatively happy. Jovial might not be the right word, but like in good spirits as you approach. Alina sees you both approaching and roll for her. Okay. As seeing you both approach, she goes, yes, Mayor Eldridge, this is, and that gives you one of these looks like, jump in. I don't remember what you said your names were.
Mayor Eldridge, I'm Jake Milo Hall. Nice to meet you.
I just want. Can I get that one more again?
Mayor Eldridge, I'm Jake Milo Hall. Nice to meet you.
Milo Hall. Good. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Milo
Thank
Hall.
you.
Yeah.
Milo Hall. You see, Mayor Eldritch looks sort of like down to you. He's tall, maybe like 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". Very like lanky looking. Has like these. Is wearing like festive blue robes. But as he is looking down at you, he goes, well, gets down on one knee, and it is nice to meet you too. Jake, was it? Are you new to Eriskar, or just haven't met you yet?
Yeah, relatively new. We've been here a little bit. We just kind of keeping close company and just trying to see the town a little bit quieter.
Well, nothing quiet about place here.
No,
I hope everyone has been treating you well.
Isn't it? So far, they have. Yeah, everyone's been pretty. There was a guy with turkey legs. He was super nice, and then the hedge maze was cool. Uh, that's about all. And then, I mean,
When you say a
yeah,
guy
that's
with
about all
turkey
I've done.
legs, just to make sure, I just want to make sure that we're having a clear
No, yeah,
conversation.
we're not
and
talking
meaning
about like
our-
we're not talking about like a human turkey hybrid situation like that. We're talking a man was distributing cooked turkey legs.
distributing turkey legs, of course.
Yeah.
I figured. I just didn't want to assume, of course. So,
That's
well,
right. Yeah.
great. And you are Miss?
Saren, trying not to burst out laughing at Jake Milo Hall, says, I'm Lucia, and yeah, the turkey legs were good. Surprisingly, you wouldn't expect turkey legs coming out of a man's coat for free to be good, but...
Well, that sounds like a problem. I will need to make sure that I talk to who's in charge about that. You see he stands back up immediately and addressing you.
As he stands up, Milo, with like sleight of hand, like you don't know where he got them. He has a pair of little like shears that he's gonna. I'm sorry, you have and he clips off like just a string that was hanging from his lapel.
That's gonna be a roll, my friend.
Let's go.
Give me that sleight of hand check.
Well, the sleight of hand was just to like you don't know where the shears came from. He's not hiding that he's cutting off a string from. He's like trying to be nice about that.
Yeah, but this is how quick your hands can go.
Don't accidentally stab him.
Yeah, or you accidentally stab him.
27.
27, cool. With a 27, okay, yeah. With a 27, you actually see him like instinctively jerk back. Is this okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm tailor by trade.
All right.
I would have felt bad leaving it on there for you. You're good.
Okay, great. Well, thank you.
It's a nice suit.
Thank you. That is very kind of you for doing that, and I appreciate you for doing it. He was in the process of standing up. He knelt back down to finish his conversation with you, and now he's standing back up to Saren. Well, I assume no problems on your end as far as walking around town.
Nope.
Great. Well, I mean, always got to make sure, right? It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Milo Hall and Saren. A true pleasure.
Lucia.
I think you said Saren, but I'll take the Lucia.
No,
Did
she
you
said
say-
Lucia.
She said Lucia? Man,
I
I
said-
heard
Saren
Saren
says.
so loud.
She says Saren says.
That's what it
Yeah.
must have been.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah, I said Saren was trying to hold back her laughter and then introduced herself as Lucia.
Got it. Lucia, very a pleasure, a true pleasure. Thank you. I'm sorry, Alina, I do have to go, but enjoy the festival. All
Thank
right.
you.
And you see him walk
Bye,
off.
Mayor.
Well,
Alina,
Alina.
how are the muffins selling?
what? That was close. Whew. Is it always so
What was close?
hard to be so secretive and cunning? Exciting.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, you know me. I'm known for being cunning and smart and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. You were asking about
Yeah, how are the
muffins.
selling?
They're not. I'm sorry. I guess I should have told you that. Yeah, I just like to give them away. That's why there's no sign here or anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, how are they? How's that going? Seeing everybody.
She gives you a look that is a little sly. She goes, "How do you think it's going, Milo?"
You seem a little stressed, a little sweaty, but
Not
I
about my
think you're doing
muffins.
well.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Muffins are going
Yeah, that's fair.
as expected.
Can I
Well,
try
that's
one?
good.
Of course, yeah.
Do
Yeah,
these
just
have bacon in them too?
a little sprinkle on the top.
Perfect. She takes one.
Well, and the bacon grease like in the pan instead of butter. That was
Okay. Well, what are you all up to? Where's the rest of everyone?
we got lost in a hedge maze, and
Milo
found a
beat
shoe,
me in a hedge
and then,
maze race is actually what happened.
Oh,
that's one way to frame it. Sure.
yeah.
And a 10-year-old child.
Beat a
Well,
10-year-old child, or
okay, if we're
or-
gonna bring the 10-year-old into it, I beat you while carrying a 10-year-old child.
Okay.
Only part of the way.
All right. Well, children, it's just a game.
Yeah, but I got like 10. I got like 10 extra gold from it. It's great.
You bet.
10 of my gold and also 15. But
You bet actual money.
A little bit.
Are all these games betting?
I think so.
I mean, I think you have the option,
Okay. All right.
but
Well,
definitely the option.
to each their
Is
own,
that
I
like
guess.
a no? Is that like a no-go? Is that like not a thing? That
No, of course
should
not.
talk
I mean,
about?
it's totally fine as you see her take one of the muffins and just kind of like shove it in her mouth. And it's fine. Everybody's free to do what they want.
That sounds accommodating.
Free muffins.
And then what's so like free food? I guess is just a thing around here, isn't it? There are free turkey legs and free muffins, and
Where did you get free turkey legs?
it's nice. Oh, there was some guy in this really heavy cloak, and he just had turkey legs. He was handing out to everybody. He started like running up to people and like opening up his cloak, and I was like, "Hey, that's kind of weird, guy." But he just had turkey legs. That he like had too many turkey legs, and he was trying to give them away.
And the second part made you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, they were really good.
Okay. All right.
They were good, but now that I think about it, we probably shouldn't have ate those. Maybe Eldrin was right.
It worked out okay. I mean, I don't think I can be poisoned. So like, what's the worst that can happen? Milo's gonna look around as that like line sits, and what's around us?
Immediately
Can we,
around.
perception check and just see what's around us.
No, I can just tell you. You've already seen everything around. So
Okay.
I would say the closest thing to you is the dunk tank, and then I would say about past the dunk tank is the arm wrestling competition that has seemed to dwindle, and you don't see a crowd very much there anymore. There does seem to be a couple of new players at the tables, but I would say about maybe 40 feet across, like in this like sort of like festival style like really large. I guess you could call it a road, but it's more of just this like giant sort of like patch of dirt in the shape of a pathway. You do see that there's a large like a dark blue tent. You do hear someone yelling out. I would say because for like obvious reasons, you hear "Come get your fortunes told" here.
Yeah, Milo. I think Milo's gonna. Well, I think that that fortune teller is calling my name. I think I'm gonna wander over there and see what that's about.
Oh, is that okay? I'm learning so much about you adventurers the past couple of days. So less careful about eating food out of people's coats. And interested
very
in
curious
fortunes
about the
being
future.
told.
Yeah, very curious about the future, very not concerned about the now. I think is probably how like adventurers would be. Like that would be like where you would camp me at least.
Honestly, that sounds pretty accurate for us.
One of Alistair's friends did go to Madame Zarina's, assuming it is the same Madame Zarina, and said that she would be long dead by now.
And are they?
I've seen her fairly recently, so I imagine no.
Maybe she meant they're gonna like grow very tall and then die.
The long from now. Yes, that wasn't the specific language she put, but yeah, okay. Looks at Saren and like you could see like she's hesitating to do like one of these, of just like, are you getting it? Like, are you okay? Got it. Well, have fun, you two. Not too much fun, which is to say, just be careful, right? Because
no more turkey legs.
Yeah, thank you. You too. And like, thank you for like taking it seriously, but like you don't have to. Like, don't add any extra stress to your day. Just have fun. Like, it's a festival. We're okay. I'm just you have friends named Jake and Lucia.
she kind of stares at you with this. Milo, go ahead and roll an insight check.
That's a 9.
I'm gonna roll. Okay. Milo, Jake. This has been brought up earlier today, but it is something that I think it would be good for all of you to think about, is that as highly powerful and magical people that go from place to place, there are people that do not have your abilities that would wish to keep their lives how it is. So I appreciate the sentiment, but I want to make sure the gravity of the situation is clear in regards to Faustus and I.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you for taking a chance on our complication. I'm gonna work really hard to make sure it's not a lasting complication.
I wasn't saying that to guilt trip you, Milo. I was just making Jake. I'm really bad at this. Just to make sure that we're on the same page with that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. See, I come from like another like side of that coin of like always wanting to be special and always wanting to be like always wanting to have like power, and like never really felt like I had it. And then the opportunity arose and it showed up and I had it. And so like I can understand the other side of it. I get you.
Thank you.
But still, thank you. And the
Okay.
muffins are really good.
I know. As she just yells out, "Free muffins!" And I assume at this point you guys are... Well, actually, Sarah, and where are you going?
Saren's gonna follow Milo.
Cool. You got it. All right. Cool. So,
As Milo walks away, he's gonna shout, "Free muffins!" And as he's walking away from Alina.
Thank you, Jake! In a way of, stop drawing attention to yourself. We just had this conversation.
Very small.
Cool.
Is the as we're walking through the crowd, is the police chief there? The Lionid?
Oh, yes. Brooke. No. Brooke is not there.
Okay.
You only see a handful of guards, and none of them I don't think you're really like testing it based on your current standings of like probably trying to just kind of like walk the far way around most of them. They don't seem to pay you much mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See? And so as he's walking, he's gonna point over at the guards and see they don't even recognize me. Like if you get caught, just strip down. They won't pay attention to your face, and they're just gonna try and avoid eye contact, and like they won't notice you later. It's fine.
That is a strategy.
As you say that, the long cloaked person that you took the turkey legs from just walks by and goes, "Here, here." Just keeps on walking. And now you're even more concerned about
that
what
dice
you
roll could have gone. That dice roll could have gone any different way. And as I was talking, I was like, "I'm taunting Joe. I'm just taunting the TM right now."
To do with the fact that Broomhilda, cast a disguise on you. It has all to do with you getting naked. That's what it is.
Right, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she took the disguise off.
She reapplied it. That's what she did.
She reapplied it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you think you looked like Milo?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
As I said, Jake Milo.
You looked like Milo, but still referred to yourself as Jake Milo, huh?
Yeah, you got because I already had another alias, Tina. You just gotta never let them know your next move.
That's right. Keep them guessing. I
I'm
love
saying
that.
it's Jimmy, not Milo. Oh, honey.
For a reminder on what Milo currently looks like, there it is.
Yeah.
Jake Milo. It clips out
the best part. The feet are fantastic on that one.
Any resemblance to any known people or celebrities is purely happenstance. Cool. So with that, because some time has passed, it'll be a little bit before you guys come in here to the tent. So,
okay.
As we come back in to the large tent, you can still hear the occasional sounds of the announcer yelling out to the crowd, but it seems like it's been blocked off. Hard to tell whether it has whether that is magical or specifically engineered with that in that way. It feels like the sound is extremely dampened in here. As you see Madame Zarina once again putting her crystal ball away to the side.
When
Welcome.
Guar and Grimhilda walk in, because Eldrin and Norris and Wilbur were already there,
Mhm.
even though Eldrin knows Guar and Grimhilda, she looks at Madame Zarina and says, "Is this how you conduct business? You're just gonna let them in too?" Just curious. It's fine. You're giving me a look like I misstepped.
Tell me, child, what is it you seek? Something specific? A specific question, or would you like your fortune told in long form?
How do you do this?
Magic.
Well, no, I mean, no, but what god are you calling to? How are you?
I adhere to no specific deity. I dance in and out among the pantheon of the higher beings. We are aware of each other.
Sure, just do the full fortune.
As you wish, please. Would you cut the deck for me?
Why?
Because this is how it works.
Does it change if I don't?
Of course.
Then I refuse. I don't want to cut the deck.
We're still holding his dagger, like, ready to cut the deck.
I can't tell your fortune if you don't cut the deck.
But you just said that
I
it would be a
can do
different
it.
fortune if... So I don't understand.
Right, it's going to be a different fortune if you don't cut the deck, because your hand needs to be on it for it to be able to be granted power, so that it...
I don't understand why I would need to cut a deck. I don't have the proper materials to do
Because
so.
then you'll have twice as many cards.
Ah, okay. Well, dear, so when we say cut the deck, it is a common playing card trope, or card in general, where you just take a certain number of the cards and you lift them off and separate them into a different pile.
Then why didn't you just say to do that?
Okay.
I turned to Norris. I'm not wrong here, correct? That was
Honey,
very confusing.
I love you. Just cut the deck. Looking at Guar and, like, putting the, like...
Eldrin will cut the deck.
Cool. Tell me when.
When?
Cool. You see her cut the deck, expertly shuffle it. Her gnarled, like, wrinkly hands with the, like, extremely see-through skin. You see the veins. Almost feel like you can see the bones through it all. You see her expertly cutting, shuffling, and moving things along. You see her spread out 3 cards.
I turn to Wilbur, who's still on my back, and I say to him in Primordial, "Is this how your mother does it?"
No, she uses, like, bones and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, yes. You're my... What am I hearing this?
No, remember, you're not, you're his. I like, position my head towards Guar. I'm just babysitting you.
She
Guar
fully
can't understand.
She fully interrupts you here and just goes, "Well, it seems as we have 3 cards presented in front of us, representing your past, your present, and your future. Would you like to turn over the cards, or would you want me to?"
You can.
Very well. You see her flip over the first card. The first card you see, there is a depiction of a woman with 4 arms, kind of extended out in like a almost like a Shiva sort of style look, with flames in both hands. For your past, the transmuter. It seems that your presentation in coming into this world was filled with things unexpected, a new discovery, unforeseen consequences.
That's so vague. You could say that to anyone and they could just interpret it as anything. I don't understand what you're saying.
Guar, you're in here if you want to speak up.
I'm waiting because I'm trying not to talk over her fortune. I'm just reacting over here. Like, it's
Okay.
obviously about your trial of land and stuff, and you got excommunicated from you got disowned.
No, she said when I was born. When I was born, I was very much planned and there was no turmoil.
Yeah, that they told you about.
Your past is presented not necessarily when your physical birth started. Maybe it was a birth of a journey that you were on.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
Sure.
She flips over the next card. Interesting. You are filled with questions coming into this tent. Your life is an endless homage to mystery and riddles itself. You crave knowledge.
That's true.
Okay.
And the third and final card. Very magical person indeed. Unfortunately, my dear, this does not bode well. As she shows you a picture of a figure of a face that is separated from here down with another depiction of what looks to be like a picture or a mask that is splitting the face in two. As she says, the illusionist. Unfortunately, someone you know very close is lying to you.
It's not me.
Is that so?
There is a saboteur among you.
In this...
Someone who wishes you ill will.
Oh. Okay.
I would take this knowledge in recognizing that you want to make sure that your friends and acquaintances are well vetted.
I'll be sure to interrogate each one of them.
Yes, we will definitely interrogate them all.
100%.
I'm sure you will. That'll be 3 gold.
You said 1 gold outside.
Who said 1 gold?
The man who was calling and talking about how much this was. I'm not paying more than 1 gold. I was told 1 gold.
Of course. I forgot that this is a special occasion. Would you all excuse me for 1 moment? You see her walk outside.
When she walks outside, I turn to Guar and Broomhilda, and I say, "This is utter Just, this is ridiculous. This means nothing.
Who do you think the saboteur is?
No one is the saboteur. What are you I put my hand on top of the cards and I pull one up and I say, Gwar, anyone can do what she did. And whatever one it is, Joe.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
What are you, is it you, Noros? Are you better not be cheating on her.
Yes.
Are you kidding me right now?
He's been playing the long con since we were 15 years old.
I mean,
Arcana.
Noros,
8.
I like you, but I will end you if I find out you've been unfaithful to her. No offense.
No offense. There you are. As you pull this card, what would you roll in your Arcana check?
An 8.
Okay. I think Gwar, I'm going to have you also roll an Arcana check.
Sweet. Sweet. I don't think I have anything good for Arcana.
Mine's
Nope.
a +0.
11.
11. Okay, cool. I mean, it's 50-50 DC, so... Gwar, as you see Elgin pull the card, there is... whether Gwar is a full believer in this or not, there is a weird moment where you get this weird tingling sensation in the back of your spine. She pulls the card and she... I think, like, in person for, like, Elgin doesn't even, like look at it, just, like, puts it in, maybe in, like, to you.
Yeah.
Would that make sense? And you see a depiction of a quadrupedal creature of pure terror. Large extended horns protruding from the back, a face that has this skull-like sort of structure, no like just a nasal cavity, no nose, and seems to be holding a spear aloft like this. And it says on the card, Beast.
So when I see Guar's face like that, I look at the card and I go, okay, Guar, let's interpret this. Oh no, we're gonna fight a beast at some point. Not like everything we fight could be, interpreted as that. Oh, you're going to come in contact with something that is very difficult to fight. Come on.
Saren, roll me a d20 for Brimhilda, actually.
She's right. We probably
I did
will.
that. You did. What are you talking about? She's right.
A nat 20.
Yes.
Yes.
Brimhilda, that's so good. Brimhilda kind of like touches Guar's arm and goes, and like to like kind of like settle you here. Elgin, can I see that card?
Sure. And I give it to her.
Elgin, I'm so sorry. I see something. It's behind you.
I'm not going to look behind me, Brimhilda.
Do you?
You told me
think
yourself that what you do is fake. So.
Elgin, look at the card.
Uh-huh.
This is bad.
Okay.
Just please tell me what you see.
If this is a joke again, I'm not going to be pleased. And I'm going to turn around and look.
Cool. Milo, you're right behind her.
Yeah. And when I see Milo, I turn back around to Brimhill and I say, yeah, he's terrifying looking, and that's what you did.
Milo, do you say anything? Because I think you were here the whole time. So when you heard beast, it was like kind of like a Got it. Like you're like sneaking up behind her. Yeah. Do you say anything, Milo?
Yeah, as Eldrin turns around and makes eye contact, Milo's gonna boo.
And that's when I turn around unimpressed to Broomhilda and say,
Broomhilda is dying laughing. The D20 was just for a deception roll.
I'm cracking up too.
Yeah. You see. Oh, actually, let me do this. So Madame Zarina like walked outside. You see her.
Do we hear muffled yelling about 3
3
gold
gold.
versus 1 gold?
No, I think what you saw was a woman walking up to the barker. So sorry, Theobald. Can I just have a word with you? Madame Zarina needs time with her apprentice. But that's about it. You see like a hurried conversation. Now the thing is, when Milo and Sarah, when you guys enter, you left Madame Zarina outside. You see a movement of inside the tent. There is like a little sort of like flap that like looks like it's probably like separating like maybe like half the tent. You know, like it's not the back of the tent. You see that flap fly open and she appears. So we have more newcomers. I'll admit this is highly peculiar, but we will allow fate to rule this day. Please.
There's no fate.
Take a seat.
They are my friends. They were looking for me.
Your fortune's already been told, miss, and I do need that 1 gold, by the way.
Yes. I give her 1 gold.
Thank you. You may leave if you like.
No, stay for mine. Stay for mine.
I give her card back. I say, I believe this is yours.
How did you... Where did you...
It was so scary.
This does not bode well for you, my child. You have looked too far.
Bersan, his light will protect me.
I think she's saying it's 2 gold now.
That's fine. Here.
Guar.
You see her say, well, let's hope Percival's light is going to guide you home when the darkness comes.
Is that a threat?
Percival.
Yeah, she said Percival.
Who's Percival?
Anyways, who is next?
Yeah, me. Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. With your... Of which hand are you most dominant?
Shouldn't you know?
Shouldn't you know that?
Indeed. And she puts the deck a little bit closer towards the left side of your body.
Yeah.
Please. You know what to do.
She knew.
Which hand do you reach out with?
My left.
Cool. Yeah, great.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a point where she like there's a slight moment of like, got it. But the funny thing is, putting it across from you, it's probably worse if I explain it. But putting it across from you could also be seen as you're able to like have a more comfortable reach with the other hand to get to it.
Right. I know that's why it's fun. But like, yeah, no. Guar's choosing to believe there is something more and is having a lot of fun with this. Also, how much fun Eldrin was not having. So
incredible.
I'm gonna have a blast with this. Yeah, do me. Okay. Yeah. Do I can cut the deck, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
But be careful and make sure you are pure of heart and mind.
I turn around and look at everybody. Am I okay?
Broomhilda goes, do you want me to leave?
No. Why would?
Okay.
What?
I guess never mind, I guess.
Eldrin actually gets it and goes, "That was funny."
Oh!
She doesn't laugh. She just says that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's
good.
too. I'm so proud of you. I turn back around, and I cut the deck.
Cool. Tell me when.
When?
Cool.
Just scream. What?
It matters.
I know.
Because this is real, Joe. I'm sorry, who's
Hey,
Joe?
I'm doing some serious shit up in here. Okay.
Hey, little Christian Lorian would have been terrified right now, thinking that you're
Same.
inviting the devil and demons into my life. So
It's why my hands
Madame
are
Joanna.
shaking.
We're
Joe's
a
like,
board away
I
from
can't
summoning a
do
demon.
this. Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are making me
Close.
do this right now. I just bought the deck just to be funny.
We're
Okay.
already playing Dungeons and Dragons. We've got
Mhm.
tarot decks. We're
It's
a
true.
Ouija board away from.
Yeah,
summoning
what's
a
next? A
demon.
Ouija
Yeah.
board?
You
Come on.
asked me to. No. You asked me to do this. Don't even. You asked, is there a fortune teller's tent?
Yeah, because I thought it'd be fun for Eldrin
As a,
to hate
Okay.
it.
Okay.
This is the axis of Satan right here. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
My child, would you like to do the honors or would you want me to? Just a
I can-
reminder, each card represents something about your past, your present, and your future.
Yeah, all three. Oh, okay. So the first one's past, right?
Correct.
Okay. I don't want to do it. I can't. But I want to. All right, fine. I'll do it. And I pick the first card.
You got it. She instantly knows. Just for the record.
at Guar doing that, Milo's gonna elbow Broomhilda and whisper, "Your boyfriend's weird."
I know.
I'm an idiot.
I mean, shut up.
Does Guar hear that?
I don't know. Roll a perception check. Go for it.
Okay.
Eldrin says.
Actually,
to
no.
Broomhilda-
You're right next to her. Of course. Yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely hear that. For sure.
And Eldrin,
Yeah.
Eldrin says, "Oh, you made it official. That's
No.
different from what we talked about earlier."
What is his fortune?
Hey, I'm trying to focus here. We can talk about this later.
We are
What?
all trying to focus.
Yeah.
But fate brought us all here, so I think all the distractions are welcome. If we
Eldrin,
welcome fate.
Do you mind? I am communing with the spirits.
You're right. I apologize, Guar.
Uh,
Guar Keith.
right. Well, that is good news. It seems
Really?
that your past is a place that you've been searching, longing for wisdom, understanding, finding your place in this world. Diviner here shows that the path that you are on is indeed a righteous one.
I knew it! I knew it, guys! I knew it!
I just want to say I was agreeing because he nudged me and I didn't really hear what he said.
Okay,
And
listen, I
the
want to write this down. It's
present.
fine.
Yeah,
And-
Guar, did you miss the part where she said that your past is something that you're searching out because it was like your past was miserable, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I would like I am searching for my past and that I would like to reconcile with
Okay.
it. I think
Okay.
it's there
Okay.
is something more. Let me have this. Okay.
Yep, I'll
Okay.
let you have this.
Okay. Okay. Let me pick the next card.
Ooh. Above board, I've never done this before, so I'm looking at these cards kind of for the first time.
You're
Does
doing
she
great.
say ooh? Because I want her
She
to.
does not say ooh.
Oh, okay. And
Ooh. Look at you.
Mm.
There is in the search that you are trying to find, there is a hidden source of information, some sort of code, some sort of pact. Something that will give you the answers that you seek, that is here with us now at this table. Is there anything that you would like to ask? Shush. Is there anything that you would like to ask it?
Yes. Yes, there is.
She places both hands on the table and just you see her eyes like do the rolling back in the head. Go ahead.
Hey, Celeste. So, I'm still kind of mad at you, but are we gonna do this thing that are we gonna accomplish our mission that we're trying to do?
Oh my god. By Persana's grace, this is ridiculous.
Now you're messing up the DM. Hold on. I'm sorry, child. It is beyond my area of understanding. It seems that she wants to speak.
It's fine. Just
they want to speak to you and you alone.
Yeah, that tracks. It's fine. I'll ask them later. It's fine. Thanks for trying, though. That was really cool.
They seemed concerned for your well-being.
Yeah. They usually are like that. It's annoying, but it's fine. I mean, I know they mean well, but I'm still kind of mad at them right now.
Maybe that was what the concern was.
Maybe.
Perhaps unlocking the hidden source of information will only happen when you reconcile your differences.
I look over at Eldrin. Yeah. Maybe so.
And the last and final card. You put your hand on the card and she puts her hand on the card. Are you sure you want to know?
Well, yeah, I can just stop now.
Very well. Lets her hand go.
I flip it.
Oh no. That's Joe.
Let it be death, let it be death, let it be death.
While you're looking that up, though, I do lean into Broomhilda and I whisper to her, how much do you want to bet he's going to interpret this has to do with Tal? Like every other one.
I'm trying to listen to the fake diviner.
Okay, sorry, you're trying to be supportive. I apologize.
I mean, you see her looking at the card and brings it up to her face. As you see, I forgot to mention the cards themselves. Yeah, I actually forgot to mention the present card that you got was the Raven.
Sweet.
And she's holding up the final card representing the future for Guar. You read a word in common and look at a depiction of two figures in jovial conversation, but one of them has a knife behind their back as you read the word traitor.
That's the second time we've gotten this.
My child. You didn't get traitor before, technically.
No, but it was like a betrayal or a
right, yeah, there is a betrayal thing to it. Yeah. It seems that many of you at this table are in danger of being betrayed by the one that you are closest to. And oh, that's bad. She looks right over to Broomhilda, and I think Broomhilda just responds with, "Careful, bitch." And she turns her look to look over to Elstrin instead.
Oh no. My husband's gonna cheat on me, apparently.
No, we're reading
Oh,
his...
I'm gonna betray him? Oh no, I'm going to betray him.
Could be anyone at this table.
Maybe
Except
we'll
for
imprison
me.
you again. Oh, except for you. Well, because we're not close to you.
Correct.
Hmm.
It has to be someone close, someone
Do you
trusted.
have a gift shop?
Well, this
In the
isn't
back,
fun anymore.
at the end.
Okay, I'd love to get some of these cards.
This betrayal will weaken, possibly break your faith in something. I am envisioning a large silver dragon moving across the sky, searching for his servant.
How did... not remembering that I have a dragon emblazoned on my breastplate.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It is what the cards say. That would be 1 gold, please.
I just like without just like distractedly hand over a gold, and I slowly get up and I sit back next to Broomhilda and just kind of stare at the floor. Well, it was fun at first.
I'm running so low for Brunhilde. She looks at you and goes, she kind of whispers in your ear, "Hey, are you serious right now?"
I just look at her.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Heard. Well. Down to our last 2. Who would like to be next? Assuming you are willing to pay the fee of 2 gold, as it is now 9 o'clock, the witching hour.
It's 9 o'clock. We don't have time for this.
9 o'clock's the witching hour?
Oh,
need
sorry.
drinks?
No, it's 8:45, which is the witching hour.
And Eldrin goes, is there enough time to get to the place we need to get to? We need
There
to
is
leave.
plenty of time for you to get wherever you need to go. She says it better than I just said.
Well, you don't know where I need to go.
There is always time.
Well, doesn't she?
Puts the deck between both you, both Milo and Saren. Says, "Let your hands choose who goes first."
I'm so sorry, but Eldrin comes up between you two and starts snapping and go, all right, guys, we gotta wrap this up.
Milo's gonna hold up rock, paper, scissors with Saren.
Just go, Milo. You took my gold already anyway, so you go first.
Ah,
All right.
possible betrayer already in our midst.
He beat me
After
in a
you.
race,
What a
But
well, that's
betrayal.
I'm
just
sure you
all
knew that,
fair and good.
right?
I didn't say that's what he betrayed you with.
Saren, I love the banter, but we don't have time.
Eldrin, you will let them do this.
We have a meeting in 15 minutes.
Is it really 8:45? She says to Eldrin.
Eldrin, the
don't know.
future is at stake.
Yes.
I mean that
It
clock
is.
hasn't moved in 20 minutes. I think we're out of time. Like I think we're outside of time right now.
You think that clock tells the time of this plane?
Oh my god. No,
That
lady, we
makes
need to
sense.
know what time it actually is, because this is very important. If you want
It's
the money that
8:45, the witching hour.
you... Okay.
Isn't that like 3?
I don't even know
Milo's
what
gonna
that means.
cut the deck.
There you go. Milo
I
cuts
don't
the
have
deck.
the
Cool.
time to ask.
All right. This is going to be really funny. Jamie, tell me when.
5 hours later.
When?
The opposite of me.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
mean
gonna give
flip
him a
it just yet.
chance.
Very well, my small friend. Your past, your present, and if you dare, your future. Would you like me to flip the cards, or would you like to do the honors?
As she's talking, Milo's gonna in his head say, Orin, what's your read on this lady?
Ooh. That's what you hear.
Now you're a ghost. Okay.
You do literally hear that.
Yeah. Milo's gonna flip the past card.
Ah, finally. Some good news. Unless... No. Hold, please. There's so many of these. Okay, there we go. You come from a place of strict moral codes, something that allows you to be at one with a family that you didn't feel yourself in. What you desired was a higher calling, a thicker plot to your story. I wonder, have you found it? I see.
Milo's gonna flip the present card.
The whole time, Eldrin is tapping her foot.
Give her nothing.
Milo, give
Yeah.
me a charisma saving throw.
Oh God.
Add 4. You're next to me.
Check the mid-game chat.
Nice. So, that's interesting.
Nat 20 for a 25.
25. I think there's a moment, Milo, where there is a second of feeling, the first like interaction feeling like somewhat sort of skeptical. When you see the next card turned over, there is a little bit of a flutter in you, whether it's like your heart or like a moment where there's like a little bit of a cold sweat that comes down as she turns over a card that is a depiction of a masked figure with their hand outstretched and a smaller figure dangling with puppet strings, and it says marionette on it. You literally got the marionette card.
Milo's gonna I'm gonna roll deception for Milo.
Yeah.
And Milo's gonna try and do the same thing as he did with the past card and give her nothing.
Okay.
With a 10 deception, so that doesn't help. Like a toy? Like I'm gonna get into woodworking or something?
She just keeps staring.
Those are like, are those 2 free, and then like the next one is the 2 gold, or is the whole thing, the whole like kit and caboodle 2 gold?
I'll tell you what. It is up to you whether you want to flip over the 3rd card, and if you do not, you can walk out of here free of charge.
Joe,
It helps
you know
Milo's
how to make me
decision.
miserable, because that's so tempting.
Yeah.
to just
Eldrin
leave,
stopped
to just
tapping
leave
her
it.
foot as soon as she saw the puppet and doesn't believe it, but is also scared.
Because I'm, yeah, but go ahead and flip the future then.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go for it.
I take no joy in giving bad news. Very well. The 3rd card she flips over has a depiction of a young woman, curly hair that seems to be kind of like done up in a bun, that has strands that kind of come across her face, very like plain, modest clothes that seem to hang down loosely from her, and the word says innocent. Hold, please. I did not tell you what the present brings, because I can see in your heart and behind your eyes that you know. However, this card unfortunately means there is one that you hold dear that is in need of your saving. Someone who is recently important to you. Someone that you believe to be a product of environmental circumstance and is indeed truly innocent and good.
You guys, we gotta check on Alina, and he sprints out of the tent.
Cool. As you sprint out, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Uh, 26.
With a 26, you run to where you know Alina to be, and you see a tray of muffins. Only 3 lonely ones left. And Alina is nowhere to be found. We're going to cut from you back to the tent. It is up to you, my elven friend.
Well, I can't be the only one that didn't get my fortune told. She...
Okay.
Norris, Wilbur, and Broomhilda look at you offended.
I think Norris probably does go out.
Yeah.
Broomhilda as well, but Broomhilda is not moving quickly. She clearly is moving out for Milo's sake, not for Alina's. She doesn't think that any of that's real. Saren, tell me when.
When?
Okay. All right. Well, I will be honest. With elves, it is somewhat difficult. May I ask how long you've been on this plane of existence?
126 years, or 24 years.
We could practically be twins. Would you like to touch the cards, or would you want me to?
I will, I guess.
Very well. Flip over your first card. You see a figure of what looks to be someone who's dressed in like rich robes, having a long, like kind of like almost like a pope hat on top of their head, and it says the word philanthropist. I'm gonna roll. Okay, cool. You come from a place far away, a place that has means of its own to get and by any means necessary acquire what they want. You left them because you knew that if they knew what you were looking for, they would have been leaving you. And you found this to be the more charitable approach.
She glances back at Broomhilda with like a...
Broomhilda's not here.
Oh, okay.
But you look at Guar, who's looking at the ground. Yeah.
Eldrin will give you what you want if you look at Eldrin.
Next card.
Flips over the next card. Okay, I'm gonna roll on this too. There it is. You have been someone who holds certain ideals as important, but recently you have been tempted to move away from those ideals, dissuaded by a curse of... You can see her kind of trying to read your face. Lust. Power. Love. Friendship. Revenge. Gluttony. Loneliness. Salvation. Whatever it is, you are being tempted to move away from it.
Now she looks at Eldrin like, she's just trying everything, isn't she?
Eldrin just rolls her eyes at you.
And the last and final card of the night, as it is 8:46 now, a minute past the witching hour. Actually, I assume, Saren, you flip over the final card.
Yeah.
Sorry, again, I forgot to explain the card from the present. You do see there is a depiction of a woman who has a fan that is unfolded to cover the bottom of her face. She looks to be very conventionally beautiful, somewhat like voluptuous. Definitely kind of gives you like a lust sort of vibe, and it says tempter on it. This last one has a depiction of a figure that is I see it now. Okay. A figure that looks like he is like some sort of guard or minion of some evil sort of castle that looks to be turning a large gear. It looks like it is attached to some sort of torture device, as it says torturer on the card.
Oh no, Saren. You're going to be tortured.
Okay, hush now. Not exactly. It seems in your future you have to be a witness to suffering. Someone you care very deeply about. The depiction on this card has a mask over their face, as it is possible that it is you who have been turning the wheel this whole time.
I elbow Guar really hard because he's giving into this too much.
You hear a clang. He's got armor on.
It hurts, but I take it.
Saren pulls 1 gold out of her pocket, sits it down. Okay, that's enough. Let's go follow Milo. And she just walks away.
Good luck, Saren.
You said her name so ominously, but I literally just said it, so I don't understand where you're coming from. And Eldrin walks out.
As you walk out, I would say as all of you walk out.
Can I say one thing that Norris does? That I think he's going to.
Norris isn't here.
Oh God.
Okay. I haven't left yet, so real quick, I'm gonna get up and just look at her and go, "This was supposed to be fun," and I walk out.
She calls out to you and says, "Son of the Silver Dragon," hoping that you stop.
I stop.
This was never going to be fun.
We'll work on it. And I leave.
As you leave, like everybody who is of the immediate party that is leaving right now, so it should be just Guar, Saren, and Eldrin. Go ahead and give me a investigation
and
check.
Wilbur on my back.
And Wilbur. Actually, I'm going to say Wilbur has advantage if Wilbur is on your back.
He is.
28.
Cool.
It's cocked.
You said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
17.
Okay.
9.
What did Wilbur get?
Oh, am I rolling for him?
Yeah.
No, wait, hang on. Let me do it.
17.
Oh, look at that.
Plus whatever he has.
Cool. No one rolled a dirty 20, past a dirty 20 except for Saren. As Guar, as you're the last one to leave, you happen to look behind you and notice that the tent flap that was there now seems to have completely disappeared, as if you were looking from the back half of the tent. Saren, you were far enough ahead that you turned to look back at the rest of the group and definitely saw just a random separate flap that wasn't there before seem to let go and swing down to the center.
I love that.
There is a weird sort of moment where you all hear the hustle and bustle of the folks somewhat winding down a little bit, but it is jarring to hear to go from where you were to where you are.
This is a carnival. This is a festival. This should be fun.
Bar, you know that none of that was true, correct?
I don't know. Now I'm worried that someone's going to betray someone, and I don't like that because I like all of you.
At any moment, any of us can betray any of us. Everything she says was just vague and arbitrary and can be interpreted any way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some of those cards, and I'm going to read your fortune every single day, and you can see how vague and arbitrary it can be. Okay?
You will? You'll really do that?
Sure.
You think Brunhilde would do it too?
God. I just ignore you. And as we're walking to find Milo and Noros, right? Do we find them?
Jamie just sent you a message. I don't know if Jamie heard me. Oh, maybe he did.
But I do say to Sarah, and I say everything some of the things. Okay, I will admit the thing with Milo and the marionette, that was creepy. But that's a chance. There's a percentage of that happening with those cards. The things about you were stupid. That's not true.
The first half was a little concerning, but you kind of lost me in the last part.
There's this thing in Honoria, I don't know if you have it on land, but everyone is born under a certain star. And there are people in Honoria that take advantage of that and write these very vague things about how if you're born under this star, you might be like this or like that and blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Everyone falls for those things and loves them because you can interpret them any way you want. It's
Sounds
ridiculous.
Like something a Pisces would say.
I don't know what that means, Guar.
That's one of the stars.
Well, I've never read them before because they're stupid.
Which one's yours?
I don't know.
You know.
How do you know they're stupid if you haven't read them, though?
Because Anrin goes on and on about how that this is so true because she's so like this and oh yeah, look it, she's so adventurous and that's what her sign says. And I'm like, Anrin, you can make your own fortune and luck. It's nothing to do with what some person writes in a paper that somehow doesn't get wet.
Guys, first off, Guar, Pisces is a constellation of stars, not just a single star. But also, I lost Milo.
What do you mean you lost Milo? Where's Noros?
So he was here. That's a good question. Where is Noros? Noros rolled like crap too. Noros is by the table that Brunhilde is pointing at. You see, he is looking around, but he's also eating a muffin.
I do go up to Noros and I say,
looking
"Hey, love."
Under the table for Milo.
I give him some money and I say, "Hey, love, can you go get me some cards from that person who didn't know what she was doing?"
Honey, didn't you see?
See what?
We were never able to enter the whole time. Can I go tomorrow?
It won't be here tomorrow. Just go get them. I want her to read my fortune every day.
Okay, I will look for the entrance.
Thank you.
You see Noros kind of walks off and goes, Man, it'd be really nice if I could find, it's like making his way around the tent. If I could find that gift shop that I wanted to spend all my money on. You see this weird sort of like flap opens just to the
Yeah.
side as you see him like.
I do want to say, not that any of us will see it, but this is what Norris is going to be doing for the rest of their lives. He does apologize to the fortune teller, not and says like, I don't believe you either, but my wife is really rude and I'm sorry, and gives her a little bit of a tip.
Cool. I like it.
I know we have to go somewhere, but I need a moment.
Well, we need to find Milo first.
That's fine, but I need a moment too.
Okay,
Just take a second. I'll be right back. Stay here. And
I
go.
use my bracelet. Milo, where are you? This isn't funny. We have a meeting in like 10 minutes.
Milo, you rolled a nat 20 for a survival check. So literally just following footsteps that are marked in the dirt. You notice that they seem to move off further, like essentially starting kind of towards the hedge maze, but then also kind of moving towards this other large tent. This tent itself is like a sort of like musky grayish brown. Doesn't look very like truly looks like it might be like a worker's tent sort of thing. As you have made your way there, you easily spot the top of Alina's done up hair that is like just kind of like poking over the tent flap, as it looks like she is on the other side of the tent, just standing there.
Yeah, Milo's gonna run up to Alina. Oh my god, you're okay. Okay.
Shut up! Shut up!
What?
Listen. And you start to hear voices from inside. I would like you to roll a stealth check for me with disadvantage because Alina's a commoner.
These dice are
I want you
wild
to say that
tonight.
to Alistair's face.
I rolled 2 5s, so I got a 9.
Can't because he's not real. Okay, you got it. With a 9, as you
He
listen
doesn't have a
in,
face.
you hear voices mumbling. Shouldn't have left. We're gonna get our money one way or another. And you hear the sound of a hard packing sound, as if someone's getting punched, essentially. And then you hear, wait, stop. Did you hear something outside? And we're going to pause there. We're going to take our 10-minute break. Bye-bye. Okay. Before we continue on with what is happening with Milo, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to give me a survival check here.
$18.
22.
19.
Cool. Yeah, all of you are able to recognize the track of little hobbit footsteps. I'll say, Saren, you also notice Alina's markings. They seem to be going in the same direction. I'll say with a 22, it's unclear whether or not they left at the same time or not.
Does Milo respond to my message?
I don't think he does, actually, because that would require talking. But I mean, Milo, it's up to you. Good.
No, Alina just told him to shut up. He's recovering.
Yeah, it
from
makes
that.
sense. At that moment, that's when Eldrin's like, "Where are you? We don't have time for this. We have a meeting in 10 minutes. We need to come back now."
Cool. 1 second.
Saren's gonna point out the footsteps to everyone, like both Alina's and Milo's.
I'll say at this point, there would be an assumption that you guys are hurrying, right, because of the time constraint. Right, so probably not a full-out sprint necessarily, but that's completely up to you. I'm going to say in the idea of that, I would like an athletics check from everybody.
I got a 5.
Dirty 20.
And because Eldrin is going so slowly and poorly, I think at one point we pause and I give Guar Wilbur like he should have.
Oh, actually, sorry. I had 21. I got 21, not dirty 20.
21. Got it.
15.
Okay. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Milo, you do hear the phrase, do you hear that outside? Is there anything you would like to do in this moment? Because you're a monk and you would hear that pretty easily.
Yeah, I think, do you hear that outside? I think Milo will step, like, so he's, like, leaning into the the entrance of the tent?
I don't know. Are you? I would
Right,
say, Alina has been over to the side of the tent. Alina's been listening. She's not. She hasn't been trying to look inside.
I think Milo is going to motion for Alina to crouch down with him, and he's going to reach in his bag and grab a couple of coins and act like he's like shooting craps against the side of the tent.
With just coins? Okay.
No, he'll grab a die. Oh, would Milo have a die though? He'll grab a rock,
you have to tell me where that comes from.
Yeah, he'll grab an interesting looking stone that he picked up along his travels, because that seems more like something Milo would have.
Okay. I'll take that. You see, you hear the phrase from a different voice, a much deeper voice. Go check it out. And you see the tent flap kind of open as you are kind of like off to the side from it a little bit. You see the tent flap open before the figure is able to emerge. Just to give you an option of like, do you want to like look like you're like, do you want to yell something? Do you want like, like whatever?
Yeah, as the tent flap opens, Milo's gonna. Oh, I got the bendy flat side, and swipe some of the coins over to him, and pass the rock over to Alina.
Bendy flat side. This rock is bendy.
Yeah. Well, it's got like a dip in it, it's like most flat, but it's got a dip in it. Okay. That side of the rock.
Cool.
I knew exactly what you meant.
I did too.
All right, guys. Cool. Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Hashtag Milo strong.
Actually, before you roll a deception check, I'm going to roll whether or not Alina is giving you advantage or disadvantage. Yeah. You have advantage.
Okay. Hey, sick. That is another nat 20.
That's good. For what?
For 21. That's wild. 21.
Okay. You see a figure of a sort of very disheveled, like kind of like wearing like wearing a very different getup than like any other like sort of like member of the carnival here. It looks like it's like more like just like covered in sort of like animal furs. You see the figure, like for a moment you actually think it might be Demorin. I believe it's Demorin. As this figure is like just like has like hair caked to the side of his face. It's like long, sort of like nasty looking hair. You see him coming out, and he's very scrawny looking.
Fur. It's gotta be hot.
Yeah, super weird. But as you see him as you see him coming out, you can actually see a significant like bruised knuckles, and you can actually see blood on his hands, or on his one hand as he turns around and goes and like looks and, hey.
Yeah. What's up?
Move.
You got it. Milo's gonna like scramble and grab the coins and head back to where he last saw the group, and he's gonna like toss the guy silver.
Cool. Give me an insight check.
Insight. That's an 18.
He is clocking both of you very closely as you leave. With an 18, you surmise, for you, this doesn't look like a guy you couldn't necessarily take in a fight, but you recognize that Alina is a part of that clocking. So, I assume you continue moving away.
Yeah.
Cool. You got it?
Yeah. And as we walk away, Milo's gonna quietly hey, probably not the coolest idea to get mixed up with those guys again. What was going on? What are you doing? Okay.
You see the other. You see the rest of the Mongoose Crew coming, rushing towards you.
Milo. we have like 8 minutes before our meeting. What are you doing?
You should go. We should all go.
Yeah, that fortune teller was full of crap. Alina's gonna come with us to the meeting.
Mm-hmm. What?
We're safe. We're good. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, sure. If she wants
Alright.
to. Norris is getting me some tarot cards. I think that's what they're called.
And I need one of those 8 minutes to myself.
I think it's a heart.
I couldn't
I
hear
think
you
it's
there.
both T's. I think it's tarot.
Oh, okay. Tarot cards.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay. I said, and I need one of those 8 minutes to myself, if you don't mind. We can get
Well, you
there,
can-
but I just need a minute.
Yeah, you can have it. Can while we're walking there?
Are you?
Excuse me. Do you
Or
talk
was
to
it
your god?
was it the
in
turkey
public?
legs? Are you doing okay?
I talk to my
No.
God whenever I feel like and whenever I want. He doesn't need me to do it in a certain way.
So do I, but I would like some time alone, if you don't mind.
Okay. You see Alina is physically pushing against your armor guard to like push you away in
Alina,
this,
how long
in this
will it
direction.
take us to walk to the? I forget what the inn is called.
Excited.
Let's not say it out loud.
Absolutely. She continues walking.
Okay. As we walk by the fortune teller tent, I look for Norris.
Norris is like waiting, just. Oh, hey.
You
Got him.
them for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I had to trade
I
my
just
soul
am-
for him, but here you go.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I'm very excited to show Guar how dumb
Yeah,
and stupid
yeah.
these are.
Let's
I'm so excited. It'll be great.
Alina's gonna show us where we need to go. We gotta let's Milo's like obviously looking over his shoulder. Let's go. Let's
What?
I
What?
lean
we
into
got like
Milo
are we
and
being
I say,
followed?
6 minutes now.
"Cards weren't
Norris,
Milo."
Norris, that's a really nice square. Okay, let's go, everybody. Come on.
Wait, Milo, are we being? Jake, are we being followed?
Are we being followed?
Roll me a perception check.
I think Saren would
You took
also
a-
look back
did-
and see
Yeah,
something.
absolutely. The idea of hearing "Are we being followed?" Saren is just like it's like instinctual.
And Eldrin says, "Why would we be being
Jesus
followed?"
those,
Christ, guys.
That's a
Guys are killing it
32.
today. Dang.
You got a
Oh, yeah. Different dice too.
yeah. I got an
Oh,
18.
yeah.
That beats me.
Natural 20 for what?
You said perception, right?
Yes,
32.
32. They 32.
You see?
As you look in the direction that Milo both came from and is looking, you don't see anyone following you. So I think there's a certain point where you're at a space of like, okay, all right, I don't know what's going on, but I think we're safe. And you notice that the person at the dunk tank is just looking in your direction as you pass by. And then you look over at the arm wrestling sort of area, and one of the individuals just happens to be kind of stretching out his arm and is looking down, but you can tell he's looking up at you while you're passing by.
Guys, no one's following us, but everyone's looking at us. Let's go now.
Oh, that's
I-
just because I won the arm wrestling
Yeah,
contest.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very
make sure
famous.
that
Guar, shut up.
mine and I make sure that my hood is on enough, and that Wilbur also is concealed enough as we're walking.
Did you guys hear my my soul joke? I thought that was pretty. What's going
It
on?
was hilarious, sweetheart. I don't know.
Anything that is like mentioned, I think Alina is just like responding, but in a way that is very un-Alina of like, okay, and just continues to kind of like do everything but physically push you guys out of there. So you guys get out of there very quickly and are starting to kind of like head back up the road.
I wanted to burn this place to the ground.
Okay. Yep. You can do that another time.
Okay,
What's the
okay.
issue right now?
After
For the meeting we have.
we see the mountains,
right
we're gonna
now?
go see the mountain.
Yeah,
The
we
mountain?
need to get to the inn.
Okay.
Should
I
we
don't-
not go straight there?
I don't know. I
Milo's
guess
gonna join.
I don't know.
Milo's gonna join Alina saying things loudly over the
Whew.
group that are like not applicable. But no, I think we should go. He's gonna. No, I think we should go. Yeah, straight to the. I want to see the spire. I know. I like the whole festival's about it. I know that's what we're. It's like what we're here for.
The
No, we should
spire?
go straight there.
Eldrin tries to help us. Says the turkey legs were delicious.
Where's the spider?
Yeah. I think they messed up. I think they messed up our friend's stomach though. He's not here right now. He's really big though.
Man, I wish my dad was home. He's so big.
You mean our Warforged friend who will be here at any moment?
He'll be here any moment. Yeah, with that, you exit the area where the marketplace is, therefore the festival grounds. So you're now kind of traveling back up the hill. You start to see the picket fence on the side.
Maybe we should do a couple laps before Alina goes home.
Oh, she's coming with us.
Oh, she's okay.
That seems
okay.
Like
yeah,
not
I guess that's
good idea.
okay. So
I mean, honestly, this is what are they going to do to us in a public place? What is it that you? Why are we being even looked at? It was Grantilli there.
Do we need to be unseen right now? Because I think we have something for that, don't we?
Well, I mean, I just don't understand what's happening.
So, okay. I saw someone getting dragged into a tent.
Mm-hmm.
And not in like a good way.
Okay.
And well, I first just saw a weird interaction going on with the man and this really disgusting looking individual. I'm so sorry. I'm usually very much more tactful. And
He looked like Demorin with more animal hide.
It's very warm out.
Yeah, and he did look like he was sweating profusely.
Did he look like Demorin post moon or pre-moon?
I don't know who Demorin is and why that would matter.
Well, it would help with the disgusting level of what you think is disgusting, for me at least. I look at Milo.
I guess post moon. He was like pretty. He was pretty jacked, but he was like also a little bit bloody and very sweaty.
That was a very heightened experience, and so at the time, Demorin was very much more scary looking than he probably is. But I understand what you're saying, Alina.
This is
so,
the unimportant part.
Oh, okay.
I saw them kind of like walking together, but not really. I don't know. You guys just got me so jazzed up about just being secretive and the rush of excitement, and then I don't know what happened or what came over me, and I don't know. I just thought I saw something that was I saw him being pushed into the tent afterwards, and it could definitely tell that something bad was going on, and I don't know, for some reason I just thought it would be good to investigate.
Did the guy look like, and then like she's gonna just...
So it wasn't like a... I'll go for it.
She's gonna describe the guy she saw running away from the arm wrestling.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah, for sure. It looked just like that. But
so it might have been related to the contract then, Milo. I mean, I don't agree with it, but if you sign a contract and you don't read it, I look pointedly at Saren, Wilbur, Gwar, and Noros.
You just look behind, like you're like trying. Yeah. Oh wait, no, Wilbur's not with you. Yeah,
Gwar has Wilbur, and I say sometimes you have consequences that you don't realize that are ironclad and you can't get out of. One of those being that you might be.
Okay, Eldrin.
Physically.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Which one of us has 50 gold that they didn't have earlier? Anyone? Okay. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I think I need to go home. I need to make
Gwar
sure
got
that
50 gold, and I got to deal with the devil. Cool.
Can someone magically reach out to Faustus?
I give her my bracelet. You've already reached out to Alistair with this. You know how it works. Actually, no, you did that today. You can't use that.
Okay, what do I do?
Oh, I only have 2 more left for myself, and I'm saving it for something later tonight. So,
Noros, can you give her your bracelet?
no, she already used his as well. Milo, can you just reach out to Faustus for her?
Saren's gonna give her the ring and say, "You have to give it back immediately, but use this." Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Is the
same
bracelet.
thing.
Okay, all right, okay. So I take off the bracelet then? Here, thank
Yes,
you.
please give that back to me. Thank you.
Faustus, something happened at the fair. I'm okay, I'm safe. I just want to make sure that you're safe where you are. And, I love you. And I'm okay. You guys, hear her go, shh, 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 he's responding. And I think, Saren, you're the first to hear it, then Milo, as you also hear him responding. As you look over the hill, as you see him kind of, you see someone just full on running, as he is just, running. I'm going to roll a dex saving throw for him. That's a natural 3. He slides down on his ass, gets back up, just continues to run. Okay, I'm coming. Ow! Oh, fuck. Okay, all right. You said you're okay. You're sure you're okay? You're and it's pretty dark out. So there's like moments of like, you're not entirely sure if he's able to see you guys at all. But Alina sees him and goes, okay, all right, shut up, you idiot, and throws the ring right at Saren, like, and just goes and runs towards him, embraces him immediately, and goes, I'm so sorry. Like, and there's just this very, very touching moment of 2 figures that were extremely scared that the other was in danger.
I lean over to Milo and I say, should they both come with us?
So now I'm kind of thinking it's not as big a deal as it was.
I'm worried maybe
Guar, roll me a d20, please.
Or a drink while we talk to this professor.
It's a 10.
And then maybe Saren can escort them back home stealthily afterwards.
Saren looks worried as she also already used her Pass Without Trace today.
Faustus turns. There hasn't been any like sort of like real conversation between them besides like, it's okay, I'm safe, it's okay. But you see him turns and just like holds Alina at just like a shoulder distance. Goes, wait right here for a second. And Guar, you see a man walking towards you that is unhinged. What the fuck did I say? What did I say? What happened?
She decided to go rogue and follow someone that she thought was getting hurt. We did nothing.
Guar.
Yeah, it seemed like something she would have done without us.
What happened?
I guess my word isn't enough.
I won a arm wrestling contest, and then these two won a hedge maze.
I want to know specifically here, jokes aside, that seeing Faustus walking towards you, Guard, you knowing that he is not in a good spot, all 3 of you are joking right now?
I'm not joking. I'm literally saying what
Eldrin
happened.
was serious. That her
Yeah,
word
I'm literally
must not be
saying
good
what
enough.
happened. Because he's saying what happened. So, and then I say...
You're very aware of what he means by what happened.
We turned around, she was gone, Milo found her, we found Milo, and we got the hell out. That's what happened. She said she investigated something happening, got scared, Milo found her, got her out of there, and then joined up with us. She is safe. I fulfilled my promise.
And to be clear, none of us asked her to like keep an eye out for anything. We were just going to a carnival. That was all we asked of her.
And she was sharing her muffins, which were delicious.
They were really good, and we left the muffins.
There were
I
only
think you
three
guys
left.
I think you guys should try to find another place to stay tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Faustus, I understand your anger.
You see him walk away.
As he leaves, I understand your anger. She is safe.
He turns back around and goes, "No, you don't. Because you are able to shoot lightning from your fingers, and you're able to read minds, and you're able to run up walls, and you all have powers that you do not understand what it is like. You do not understand. Please. I need a night alone with my wife. Thank you." And he walks off.
I wasn't under
Very weird music to have in the background for that, but yeah.
When he leaves, Eldrin says,
jaunty.
"I wasn't under the impression we were staying in their home tonight anyway, but..."
That's not the point.
heard."
That is not the point.
Okay.
We promised him her safety, and we delivered.
Well, yes. I understand. Okay.
We can chalk it up to as they're far. Milo's confident they're not going to hear, because they don't have supernatural hearing.
Correct. As stated, they do not have supernatural hearing.
They're not special at all.
Milo's
Jesus.
They're just commoners, really. Milo's gonna say, I think we can chalk this up to a misunderstanding. Let them digest tonight, and try and mend what we can at a later time. And we should, but one of us should probably camp near their house, at least.
I will.
Okay, so this is Noros. So what happened?
I don't know. I wasn't assuming we were sleeping there anyway. I didn't want to impose.
That's not the point. The point is...
so the fortune teller lady was
late for our current meeting.
You guys are walking.
Eldrin's still saying that.
Yeah. Okay, I like it.
And we haven't even discussed what we need to talk about. Milo? Sorry.
Milo's still just filling Noros in on the chain of events after he left the tent.
You got it. Yeah. I'd say this is a good moment. Obviously there'll be maybe 2 or 3 minutes to sort of discuss what is our goals here walking into this meeting. But before that, I'd like everybody to roll me a history check, please. It's a high DC, but I want to give it the opportunity here.
You said history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you're not gonna believe it.
Are you serious, man?
That is 4 nat 20s tonight.
Okay. What the heck? I got a 7.
A 3.
I love that. I like it. I'm
it's 25 for
Wait,
me.
what'd you get?
I don't know if that's high enough.
15.
I assume this is not a new die.
It's not.
Yeah, cool. I believe you.
And I'm changing it up between 3 different dice.
Are you changing it up? Okay, yeah, there you go.
That's the toil.
So good.
That's
I
great.
have been,
Hey.
yeah.
Cool.
The dice box.
4 nat 20s.
Because when I get a high roll, I like to give that die a break.
to give that
So
die a
I'm
little
bouncing between like 3
Oh, that's a
different-
good idea.
dip in the pool or a dip away from
you've
the
earned
pool.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
It works. I got 2 nat 20s tonight on 2 different ones. So
I've
Okay.
got 2
Nice.
3s
Switch
on 2
up your
different dice.
die.
How does it feel?
So Milo got a
Puzzle
nat
tough.
20 for what total? For for history.
23.
25. Cool. Everybody else.
3.
3.
15.
15.
17.
Great. Cool. Cool. Milo, you are thinking back to the events today as someone who is the closest to what has happened. I think there is a part of you possibly thinking about Milo, you are 100% sure that what happened tonight is a misunderstanding and Faustus is wrong in his assumption. And is taking it bad, but taking it as a husband to a husband and a commoner who have watched the adventures that they're helping forget the difference between a commoner and a adventurer, we'll say, for lack of a better word, maybe. So taking a moment to try to kind of brush that aside, you think about that and you feel confident in there's not much you can do right now. So you focus on what you know based on the signs you've seen tonight. I'm going to ask you, Milo, what you or ask you, Jamie, what do you think Milo is thinking about based on that weird interrogation moment?
The interrogation, like when he first got to him?
No. From what you just
Or
witnessed
you mean
that
in the
other
tent?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone
yeah.
was being
okay.
beaten and tortured because of something to do with money, and you know that person was someone who was. Also, actually, I'll say just with that nat 20, there is a possibility that this was a carnival goer. With a nat 20 in remembering and going through back, he was someone that was already at a table, so he was most likely actually hired to be there.
Well, I think the phrase Mr. Greasy said was you shouldn't have left, or you shouldn't have just left, as the blows were landing, and I think Milo had just left Madame Zarina without paying, just booked. And so there's a little bit of that, of it's probably a burned bridge there, that they take that very seriously. And then realizing he's probably an employee.
Yeah, which further
that,
complicates it, right? I want to make sure that that's clear on it. If it was a customer, we'll say, for word I'm stumbling around on, I guess one, it's unsure what they would do. But the idea of doing this to someone who would be they didn't have an official sort of uniform or anything, but you're based on what you've all kind of figured out, he most likely was a hired hand. So I guess what I'll say is, as you're stemming through that, you take note of what you of what you remember of that night. The phrase "the Crimson Colosseum," the marking of the cobra insignia that was on multiple sort of things around, especially next to the name Crimson Colosseum. You note about the archery contest having stuffed wombats there.
Yeah.
And I think with a 22, you said?
25.
25, right. With a 25, you come back into... There is one of two options. You do know that the carnival itself is not from here. So they're traveling, but it's not entirely sure. It's not entirely clear if they're traveling from place to place or just that this was the point B from their point A. You're not entirely sure where that point A is. But you do have an inkling that wherever it is one of two things. It is either someone who is deciding that based on the voice of Tall, that they are cashing in on the idea that there are wombats that should be considered to be enemies, or they have some association with Tall himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Well, one, I think Milo probably processing this out loud with the group and walking through, and so they're clearly they're clearly not great people to have as friends, or enemies. Yeah, they could be. They're more than likely they're cashing in on people's anxiety and fear on around wombats. I don't. Nobody there seemed to be like exceptionally powerful. It all kind of seemed a little like foot in the doorway magic. So I don't necessarily think they're like spreading the word of Tall or whatnot, whether that needs to be here, whether that needs to be spread here or not.
I think it's safe to say they are, depending on whatever their sort of like correlation with, they are a spoke on a probably much larger wheel.
Yeah.
However, the last part of what you saw, like what you've witnessed in there, was an act of pure bloody violence, which does give you a sense of these are people that clearly have no problem with violence. Well, at least the people in the tent.
Yeah.
Of which you only saw one.
So Milo's process isn't saying this all out loud.
Yeah, I think as we're walking, he's just like, honestly, probably like Manny rambling as he's like with the energy of realizing how pissed off Faustus was, like hating the idea of burning a bridge, or hating the idea of like losing a connection. He's like, well, so okay, she would have probably investigated that anyway. Like we can all agree on that, and like start with like, but she did find this tent, and they were doing some sketchy stuff, and the wombats, and we were and they had all the cobra stuff and like crimson stuff and whatnot, and it was like, so that was all kind of weird, but they but like I don't think they're don't think they're like high up on any sort of like food chain. I think that, like, they're probably just like jumping on, not to use a carnival metaphor, but like jumping on the bandwagon and with the wombats and like trying to make money off of that. I don't know. But either way, they're like seem like real shitty people. I don't know.
They're just trying to own the woods.
And I imagine he says real shitty people as we walk past Alina and Faustus's home. And
you're. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
You split off.
Oh.
You to go further into town. You could go that way, but it'd be kind of like the long way. There's
Oh, okay. Well, the bit doesn't work then, Joe.
Sorry.
I think So they just seem like real shitty people. One way or the other, whether they have a direct connection with our enemy. I think they're. We probably just don't need to give them any more money.
I agree. I don't think there's anything we can do about it, and I frankly, this may sound callous, but I don't care. So, what I care about is this meeting.
Yeah,
It's
by the way,
sad.
what are we going to talk
hurt,
about here? What?
Yeah, Saren, what is it that we need to? He wants to meet with us. Is he on our side?
He's probably the only one in that school besides Frederick, I guess, that's on our side.
And can Frederick be trusted? Is he a confidant?
Well, Frederick's 10, so.
The other one.
I know.
I was like, wait, who's talking?
Yeah, was that
Big Freddy?
Anyway, can Frederick be trusted? Is he a confidant?
He did
Those are
punch
two
a
different
guy
questions.
for me.
Can he be relied upon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he smashed that chandelier pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's
How old
willing
are these
to...
students? When I hear students, I think young. This isn't like a child that you're enlisting to help, correct?
No, he's like 21, he said.
Oh, he's older than me. He's plenty capable.
What? I know this is a weird question. What kind of 21 is he? Is he like a
What is
Triton
that?
21, or is he like a Halfling 21? Because those
Good
are different
question.
21s.
I mean, when you're 21, you've had 21 years of combat training and preparation, and
I still couldn't tie my shoes at 21. It's a different thing for like all
Brumhilda
different
stops in
types
her
of people.
tracks for a second, and then just shakes her head and keeps going.
is that why you and your mother kiss on the lips still?
She stops again.
Sure.
Because Brumhilda told us about that, and I
That's
say,
right. Yeah,
I'm just trying to understand and I look at Brumhilda earnestly, like Eldrin's not joking. She goes, I'm just trying to understand the different cultures. It's important for my test of land. I don't remember. I don't think my mother's ever kissed me on the lips.
He was more like table talk. Jamie's asking. He was more like a human 21, right? Like he was like an actual early adulthood, right?
I would say he's a younger. I believe that I said 21, but I would say he's definitely on the younger side of 21. And now,
He's
now,
a college kid.
sincerely, I'm
Frederick
wondering
say
if
he
he
was
was.
21?
I'm wondering if he was lying about his age.
Maybe he's 18.
I think he might have
Eldrin
been
would
more
be
closer to 18.
Yeah,
in
Eldrin
my
would still be
head,
like,
but-
well, obviously you're a year younger than me. When I was 18, I was on land by myself. But anyway, no, Eldrin is earnestly looking at Brumhilda, trying to get like some information. She's like, it's important for me to understand these things about different
Brumhilda
cultures.
looks back at you and goes, "It's not important for you to understand right now because of what you said that is important to understand, which
You're
is
right.
what we're doing walking in here."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I don't know where my accent went, but I'll find
I don't
it.
either. It's fine.
Can you guys hear me?
Guar kissed it
Yes.
out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
There it is.
Were you there for that?
No.
Okay.
No. Maybe I kissed and told. No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
Gar whispers it to Eldrin
I
every
have-
time. He's
I
like, you'll
have
never
virtue.
guess.
Score. Okay, so then I would say at this point, well, I mean, what are we going to talk about in this meeting? By the way, are we just going to say like, yeah, we're gonna?
Well, I'm assuming he wants to vet us. I mean, he's a teacher, a professor. He doesn't want his students harmed in any way. So we just need to assure him that's not our intention.
Okay, so
I
what
mean,
is our
our-
intention?
We
To
need to
get
promise
Ramos.
him that we won't hurt the students. He was very, very
I'm going to be
specific
honest
about
with
that.
all of you. I don't think we've had this discussion. I'm not. My plan is not even to. If everything goes according to plan, we don't even need to engage in combat with Grincelli.
Oh man,
If it went my way, we wouldn't
Or-
hurt anyone, and we would
Last
just.
time Eldrin died, so avoiding
Yes,
that
so-
seems like the best
don't you
course of
think
action.
we're better prepared this time?
I mean, I didn't just die.
Oh,
Kanos
no.
died as well.
You're
so-
literally,
Yeah, we lost
The-
two
the-
Tritons that day.
you're literally
And-
death itself.
There are two Tritons here, so I would prefer not to lose both of us.
Speaking as a spellcaster and someone who definitely understands where you're coming from, Guar, being on her turf is a big plus.
And even if we got stronger, doesn't that mean that she had the same amount of time to also get stronger?
Unless her
Sometimes people
hubris
can get
caused her
lazy.
to. Yes, hubris is a very powerful.
So I think we need to explain everything to this Professor Thorne and get his advice and get his insight into it and see if we can come up with a plan that is maybe more stealth, more distraction, more. I mean,
I
just go
know.
from there.
Because we're
know-
not trying to we're not trying to bring down the school or bring down Grincelli right now.
No.
We are on an informational mission. We're getting
I know,
proof,
and I was-
we're trying to
need
grab
proof.
your brother.
We need proof. Because I want to
And-
rub it in that king's fucking face.
Go on, sir.
If we're gonna use magic, which I assume we're gonna want access to, they did some wand thing over my arm when I went inside, and the professor says that's so that you're authorized to use magic. Like, otherwise it would probably work, but they would know we were there. And even if they already
Okay.
do know, we don't want them to be able to track us in the building.
I don't want any of. So as we're getting closer to the building, Eldrin stops everyone, and she says, "All of your lives are very important to me. I don't want. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Volmos can't exist in the two places that he is. His soul is fractured, and
Ouch.
at the end of this, it's very likely that he needs to die so that he can be whole. So, if it's your life or his, any of ours, we need to sacrifice him because that's where he belongs. But we need to get him out of their clutches because they're using him. I don't want anyone under illusions that this is a rescue mission for a happy ending. It's not,
Okay.
and I know that.
Take him out on site.
I would prefer to have a little bit of time with him, but if that's what's needed, then yes.
After you say the word, we're all really good at killing things.
Let's not just kill anybody we find on site. When I was down in the tunnels, which is where Professor Thorne's classroom is, I started hearing things. And I also saw something.
Again.
There was
Okay.
there was a Valinor boardroom in the corner of the room, and then there wasn't, and I was hearing instruments. I don't know if it was just somebody fucking with me, or if they have people captured down there. I mean, Raylor was an academic. If they put him anywhere, a school seems like a good place.
Well, I
Could it be a part of your contract? Like, have you like seen stuff before? Like when you're like, you know, needing to fulfill your duties?
Great. That's not who I want to be fucking with me. That's almost worse than Grancelli. Yeah, she looks at Wilbur. The skull on the face thing. I don't want to talk about it.
well, we don't have to tell Professor Thorne all this, but I just wanted to be clear with you all that according to Triton, I look at Noros trying to figure out how to explain this. According to our customs, he died on his tested land. He is not supposed to be alive. So there's no reality where he's here and there. And my mission is that he is going to be at peace and not tortured anymore. Not that he is going to be reunited with the soul here.
Whatever you need.
And I won't hold it against any of you if that's what it comes to.
Eldrin, whatever you need.
I appreciate that, but it doesn't matter what I want or need. What matters is what's right.
It absolutely matters what you want and what you need, because you have the right. Your heart is in the right place and your mind is in the right place. You are being strategic, but also acknowledging your feelings, and I know that's not easy for you.
Well then, what I want is for both of my brothers to be alive. But I know that's not realistic, and I know that's not what's going to happen. So what I need is for you all to be safe.
So then I say once again, whatever you need.
Oh, that's nice. As you see a woman who has just been sweeping up, like right in front of some sort of building, looking out. You see bright blue skin, tiefling horns. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's always nice for... I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to step in anything. Carry on.
I look at Brimhilda.
In what way? What do you want Brimhilda to do?
Like wipe her memory.
Oh, to wipe her memory?
Yeah.
I know, we all...
No, I don't want her to vaporize her.
We're just trauma dumping on the sidewalk.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Brimhilda, like seeing us. Oh, yeah, if you guys. Okay, yeah. Hi, what's your name? As you guys continue to walk on.
And then I do say, as we're walking, even though I say, well, I feel like the moment kind of was lost, but I look at Guar and I say, I look Guar in the eye and I say, I'm serious. I can't lose another brother. Okay?
Tear wells up in Guar's eye. But I'm still stony-faced. You won't.
Sorry. While you're doing that, Jamie, see if you roll one more nat 20, sir.
are not going to believe this.
No, stop.
It was a 13.
Okay.
I knew it.
Check one thing here. Okay.
Do you just have a backlog of NPC photos, or is that a PC that you're recycling?
This is an NPC that is a known Aeroscar NPC.
I like it.
Okay. Broomhilda catches up with the rest of you. All right.
She seemed nice. Hopefully that wasn't you didn't take too much of her memory.
Excuse me?
So I hope you didn't take too much of it, just like the conversation we just had. You know, I don't know how it works.
You're asking me that now?
Or tell it.
What?
We're already late, everyone.
Can I get a minute, please?
It's in the past.
You said, Guard, you need a minute? Yeah.
I need a minute, yes. I'll be right. You go ahead, I'll be right there.
Cool. Broomhilda kind of like looks at you, kind of like raising an eyebrow, and then just also walks in.
Are you guys feeling okay? I think it was the turkey legs. I don't know what's going on.
Guar, as you are standing outside of this this tavern, what is going on in Guar's mind? Or what is Guar doing?
Guar just wants to be kind of like in a quiet place. He's not trying to hide or anything, just like in a quiet space so he can just think more clearly. Guar clears his head, or does the best he can to clear his head. Bows his head. As inconspicuously as Guar can do anything. And just says, in his head. Hey, Celeste. Talk to me, are you there?
I am here.
I've been really mad at you for a while. I know you know that. You know most things, but I don't know if there was real magic in what that card reader said or not, but forgiveness has worked for me in the past, so I'm going to do it again, and I would like your help. I don't know if I feel like I desperately need it the way I think I did when we first met, but I choose for you to help me, and in order to do that, I need to let you know that I understand you're just a messenger, and there's really no information you could give me at this point that could be worse than what you've already told me. I'm sure that was not easy for you. But I'd like to let you know that we're good. And I think we should talk more.
I like that.
Even if everyone thinks I'm fucking crazy.
Do you think you're crazy?
Fuck no.
Why do you think they think that?
Well, Eldrin thinks because I'm talking to no one. But I know I'm not. And it's kind of funny now, actually. But I've also been possessed more times than I'd like to admit, so I can understand their wariness around me talking to no one. Seemingly. But you have helped me through quite a bit, and I'd like you to keep helping. Because we need all the help we can get, and you're a pretty powerful ally. And you've helped me a lot.
I never planned on stopping.
Yes, I know, but I was mad at you, and I wasn't going to listen.
Wouldn't have kept me from helping.
Fine.
But thank you.
Is this being silly here.
Is this what you need right now?
Is what I need right now? I am making a gesture.
Is this a further push of what you need right now? Good.
Well, don't be a dick about it. I'm being vulnerable with you.
I'm so sorry. I just was trying to... This is what mortals on the material plane typically like to do for fun, is to... Was I not?
Oh, you were messing with me. Well, we have some work to do in that department, but I appreciate the effort. And
Yes, I was messing on you.
No. Do not mess on anyone. Mess with. That's a whole other thing that I do not want to explain to the rest of the group.
Guar, roll me a d20. 17 or higher.
17?
17 on the die? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. You... I guess I should have just had you say low or higher. I don't know. Depends on how you see this. You see this same woman come back out. She is now holding and clutching a small child in her arms that has her hands wrapped around the back of her neck. And she's going, I know. I'm sorry. Listen, Mommy didn't forget your name. I just was playing a game with you. Okay, so shh. It's okay. Okay. All right. You're good? Let's say your name together. Mantha. Yeah, see? I knew it. All right, go ahead and run into Dad. You see little kid run in. You see her standing outside, just has her hands on her legs, hands on her knees.
Are you all right?
Oh, yes. It's rather late for a young tiefling going to be out alone. I'm so sorry. For anyone to be out alone.
It's all right.
Hi. Do you have kids?
No. I'd like them someday. Do you? You do. That's your child.
Yeah. New mom. Still trying to get things right. I guess I'm just more tired than I thought I was today.
That's what we all are. We're all trying to figure it out. In my head, I am saying, Celeste, is there anything we can do to give this mother her memory back?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Roll again.
You hear Celeste go. You roll harder. You hear Celeste go, Gore, I'm so sorry we had that night stock, but that's not exactly how that works. I'm not designed that way.
Do you know of any spell that could restore it?
Not in my possession. You do know who you could talk to about it.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I said that in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want her to know our plans.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yes. What's your name? You didn't say it earlier.
Remy.
Oh.
Remy Renwick.
Nice to meet you. I'm Guar. Will you excuse me for one moment?
Of course. Yeah. I assume you're wanting to go into the tavern anyways. I should be heading back in, but
Well, I'm gonna see you. You'll be here. You'll be around.
I live here with my husband.
Oh, great. Oh, you own this establishment? Okay.
No, not that establishment. I live here, next door to it.
Oh, great. Okay. Can you just? I'll be. Give me 1 minute. Run in.
I'm gonna say go ahead and roll a precision check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Not great. You said persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean that's a 16. So plus 10.
Okay. I'll use a fresh die here.
I got a 6 and an 8.
Okay. Yeah. You walk in, you see there, I'll say just for the sake, we'll kind of like do a little bit of a timey-wimey sort of thing here, that didn't take nearly as long as we would think. Walking in, you see Eldrin, probably Eldrin, talking to the barkeep, this kind of like old, sort of feeble-looking halfling, large, like big red nose. Hello. Welcome to, is it Inside Out? Is that this place?
Inside In.
Inside In. Welcome to the Inside In. Please feel free to sit where you like. Is there anything that I would be getting for you? Some mead or some ale, perhaps? Quite a large party tonight.
Eldrin would have gone up to the bar first to talk to him, and then when she like put her hand up to the bar to like put it down, she notices that it's shaking, and she stops for a moment and says, Sarah, can you excuse me for a moment, and then she's gonna walk away from the bar to like a corner to compose herself.
Okay. Well, that is one way to treat an old man. Anybody else want to answer my question?
Ale and mead sounds good.
Both? Okay, great.
I'll have the same.
Yeah, can I have an ale? But can I have like a full size ale? I know I'm a halfling, but
He is also a halfling.
It's been a night and I've had a lot to eat. Oh yeah. You get it. It's been like a long night and I've had a lot to eat. Can I get like a full size ale?
Have you been to establishments that give you a smaller glass because you're a halfling?
Yeah, they give me like a juice glass and it's like I'm paying the
Charge
same
the
price.
same
It's real weird.
amount,
I don't
yeah.
know.
The nerve of some people. Well, don't worry, friend. This is a halfling-owned establishment. I will get you the biggest glass in the house. They're all about the same size.
Thank no God.
Starts getting drinks together.
Said thank no God.
Said thanks, no God. You hear him just saying above the like of the tab, except for Corleone. As he like kind of moves it back to you. And gives him Corleone, the big statue. That's. I'm just kidding. You're free to, make your own mistakes. Enjoy your drink.
Thank you.
Can I do a religion check on the
Sure.
on the statue in this bar?
Not the statue in the bar, the
like
statue
a
in the city.
Thing where it's just like. Oh, okay.
No, not that.
Where it's just religious relics everywhere inside this bar.
No. God, that'd be funny. Yeah, beer and deities. That's what we're about. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a religion check. For the record, as you're doing that, it is a extremely large statue that you cannot miss. Outside of, yeah.
I rolled a natural 16 for a 16.
I might have said the wrong god. Hold on one second. No, it was Corleone. Sorry, what'd you get? There it is.
16.
16. Corleone is considered to be the god of the elves for the most part. One of honestly many, but also kind of like the quintessential the as well. But it's also known as the protector. The statue that is outside is just him actually pointing north. But yeah, just honestly just like looks like a typical elf. With a 16, you just know that, and I don't think really Milo would know more, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we have Eldrin in a corner. We have Guar trying to reach Broomhilda. Saren, go ahead and roll a perception check.
25.
Nice, cool. I'll roll one. Nope. Yeah. You see just a ridiculously large man in a tiny corner of the room reading a book that could not look smaller in his hands.
Does he have a son with him?
He does not have a son with him.
Oh, okay. He thought about it.
He did think about it. But yeah, he doesn't seem to see you. He seems to be engrossed in his book. I'd say you guys know that you're like a minute late. But that's it.
Saren's gonna take her ale and mead that she was definitely asking for the whole group, but just took both anyway. And just walk to the table and sit down.
Cool. As you...
I was gonna follow Saren.
Cool. Timelines, gang. I'm just reading the 2-month-old. I will retcon that part. That is true, timeline-wise.
Still sad that she doesn't remember her kid's name.
Yeah.
Doesn't remember her kid's name. That's the main idea.
There's a name on the inside of the tunic that doesn't make sense to her.
Yeah.
Does the book he's reading have a title or anything on the outside?
Has Milo read it?
It is a I would say it looks like to be some sort of like you read the word artificer on it. I'll say that.
Okay.
But yeah, so you two go up to him. All right. You're a bit late, but you're not my student, so this is one of your friends.
This is Milo. Does he
Milo?
still look like Jake, Jill, and Milo?
No, it's been over an hour.
Yeah.
So you probably freaked out someone you were walking by at that time.
Yeah. It just phase back into a different halfling.
Yeah. Are your friends over there?
Hi, yeah,
join us?
Milo, and he's gonna reach up a hand to shake.
Oh, nice to meet you, Milo. Looks over like behind you, Saren, and sees the other figures that are there.
She looks back. Hey guys. Like, tries to get their attention.
Cool. So we'll switch over to what's happening over here. So Norris comes over to you, Eldrin, and goes, "Hey, what's up? You're."
Yeah. That's the first time I've said that out loud.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of mad at myself because normally I'm able to shut down the emotion very easily, and it's not happening right now. So I don't know. It was a little selfish of me to tell them. It's just I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it myself.
Yeah, I know. To be honest with you, between you and me, I don't. It's up to you. But if I were in your shoes, I don't think I could.
I mean, there's really no other way that I can see, right?
From what we know right now, it seems like it might be the kindest thing to do for him. Because you're not ending. You're just
Reuniting.
Yeah.
I had this stupid thought that maybe if Kanos could come back, that maybe there's something we could do for Volmos. But when Kanos told me that he wasn't coming back for me, he was coming back to save his brother, I realized that I was being foolish. So, but I just need to toughen up. We have something we need to do right now. I don't have time to be upset. We can do that later. So,
One step at a time.
We are warriors.
Yeah, well, I don't know if now's the time to say it, but I don't know if we're warriors compared to that guy in the corner reading that tiny ass book.
Eldrin turns and lets out a sob laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then just hugs Noros and kisses him and takes a really deep breath and makes a fist and steals herself and grabs his hand.
Yeah, I mean the guy looks like he could be eating that book. Oh, Saren's walking over there. Oh, okay, now Saren. Okay, yeah, okay. I guess that's the guy.
That's our cue. Do I look like I'm not? Do I look like I've been crying?
No, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Gives you
You do
another
look
kiss
a
on the
little
cheek.
blue.
I just imagine Milo does say that rather loudly as you guys are approaching. Yeah.
Like, you look bluer than usual.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you,
going to
Milo.
roll some rolls now that I know I'm going to have to roll in regards to this conversation that's about to happen.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm going to keep them where they are. Guar.
Brunhilde, remember how I thought we should erase that tiefling's memory?
Yeah?
Can we restore it? And when I say we, I mean you. She forgot her child.
You were the one that seemed so sure that that was what we should do.
I know. I wasn't thinking. I just didn't want her to know what we were talking about. I didn't want her to forget everything. It is my fault, not yours. I'm asking you if you have the ability to restore that part at least.
Roll me a persuasion check.
That is a 21.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I brought you into my mistake.
It's all good. I know how tricky it is to be having something as dangerous as me around and not use it. So, I will.
Brunhilde,
Nope,
it is
it's
my
okay.
mistake, not yours.
And I will pull it back a little bit. Excuse me. You see her walk outside. Hey, Guar, we're over here.
Noros?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. And I say to
it's
Celeste,
Alina.
you're right. I say it in my head. I say it in my head to Celeste. See, you're already helping me be better. So thanks.
Oh man, I would say you roll a d20 for Celeste.
Okay. 13.
13. Guar, I'm not saying what you did was wrong. I get why you were doing it and what you were saying it. I just want to be a helpful friend here and let you know that I don't feel Brunhilde around.
What do you mean?
Like I feel her presence for reasons that we've talked about pretty much anytime she's within like 50 feet.
She just disappeared?
I'm sorry, I don't know where she is.
Fuck. Did she restore her memory at least?
All right, buddy. I don't know how to handle this one.
I think I do. And I walk back in.
You walk back in to the bar, I assume.
Yep.
And you go and you sit down with the rest as the very large man who is trying his best to hide his bulging muscles in a large flowing robe is, all right, I guess down to business then.
Right.
What's your plans? And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next week.